have more antiderivative rules that we will apply in our problems today. So some of the rules that we're going to use will be the antiderivative for a constant, antiderivative for 1 over x, which is also x raised to negative 1, and the antiderivative for e to the x. Given by this formula, we'll be able to find the antiderivative of those functions. And we'll also introduce the antiderivative for trig functions, for cosine x, sine x, and so on. So we will use these set of formula for some of the problems that I will present today. For our first example, we have f prime of x is equal to 3e to the x plus 7 secant squared x. So there are two new functions that we are working on, and that's e to the x and secant squared x. So from the previous formula set, the antiderivative of e to the x is simply e to the x, so we can have 3e to the x for our first term in finding its antiderivative. And for the second term, we have 7 secant squared x. And for the antiderivative for secant squared x, it's equal to tangent x. So therefore, f of x is equal to 3e to the x plus 7 tangent x plus the constant c. So don't forget your constant whenever you're finding the antiderivative of a given function. Now for number 2, we have f prime of x is equal to the fourth root of x cubed plus the third root of x to the fourth. Now before we take the antiderivative for that function, let's translate it into its exponential fraction so that it's a lot easier to find the antiderivative of the given term. So for fourth root of x cubed, we can translate it to x raised to 3 over 4. And for the third root of x to the fourth, we can translate it to x raised to 4 over 3. And using the rule of antiderivative for a given exponent, let's just add 1 to our exponent and bring down that new exponent into our denominator. So 3 over 4 plus 1, which is simply 4 over 4, so that I'll have the same denominator in my fractions. And all over 3 over 4 plus 4 over 4 will be the antiderivative for my first term. And for my second term, x raised to 4 over 3, add 1 to your exponent, so I'll have 4 over 3 plus 3 over 3 divided by 4 over 3 plus 3 over 3. Now to simplify your function, f of x is equal to x raised to 7 over 4 all over 7 over 4 plus x raised to 7 over 3 all over 7 over 3. Now this complex fraction can still be simplified, and we can translate it back into its radical form for its simplest form. So my final answer for my f of x is simply 4 over 7 times fourth root of x to the 7th plus 3 over 7th times third root of x to the 7th plus c. Now for the third example, we are given a function, or the derivative of a function f prime of x, which is equal to the square root of x times 6x plus 5x, and f of 1 equal to 10. We are supposed to find f of x using antiderivative. So the first step is to find the antiderivative of f prime of x, and by doing so, we'll translate our radical expression into its exponent, so we'll have x raised to 1/2 instead of square root of x times 6 plus 5x. To further simplify your function, we can distribute x raised to 1/2 to 6 plus 5x, giving us f prime of x is equal to 6x raised to 1/2 plus 5x raised to 3 over 2, because we're adding exponent here when we're distributing an exponent. Now, for f of x, we have the antiderivative for 6x raised to 1/2, which is 6x raised to 3 over 2 all over 3 over 2, and the antiderivative for 5x raised to 3 over 2 will be 5x raised to 5 over 2 all over 5 over 2. Now simplifying your complex fraction, we'll have f of x is equal to 6 times 2/3 x raised to 3 over 2 plus 5 times 2 over 5 x raised to 5 over 2. And don't forget your constant c, because you're finding the antiderivative of your function. So f of x, by simplifying your function, will give you 4x raised to 3 over 2 plus 2x raised to 5 over 2 plus the constant c. Now to find c, we'll be able to find it because we are given f of 1 equal to 10. So if f of 1 is equal to 10, we can change this function for f of x, it will become 10, and for all the x's, we'll replace it with 1. So 4 times 1 raised to 3 over 2 plus 2 raised to 2 times 1 raised to 5 over 2 plus the constant c will give us 4 when we solve the value of c in this equation. So c is equal to 4. Now we're ready to write our f of x. So given that your f of x is this function and c is equal to 4, f of x is equal to 4 times square root of x cubed plus 2 times square root of x to the 5th plus 4.